Hello students, welcome to this lesson, Relations and Functions. This is the first chapter. This is lesson 2 on relations. In the last class, we studied these things, types of relations. First one, reflexive relation. Second one, symmetric relation. The third one, transitive. And the last one, equivalence relation. And you know that equivalence relation is reflexive relation, and it is also a symmetric relation, and it is also a transitive relation. This we have studied. Now let us first revise what we have done in the last class. So the relations are of the following types. I have discussed these things: reflexive relation, then symmetric relation, then transitive relation, and equivalence relation. Let me just discuss once again the important definitions just to recall. The first one is reflexive relation. A relation in A or in A is called reflexive if for every x belonging to A, xx belongs to R. This is the definition of reflexive. Similarly, a relation in A is called symmetric relation if xy belongs to R implies yx belongs to R. This is the definition of symmetric. Then a relation in A is called transitive relation if xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R implies xz belongs to R. Then the last one, equivalence relation. A relation R in A is called equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So these are the basic definitions of the four types of relations. Then we have also seen these two. A relation is called empty relation if R equal to pi, because pi is a subset of A cross A, therefore it is also a relation which is called empty relation. Then a relation is called universal relation if R equal to A cross A, because A cross A is also a subset of A cross A, therefore it is also a relation that is called universal relation. So these are the things we studied. Now, in this lesson, let us work out the problems from exercise 1.1. Of course, I have not taken all the questions. It is not necessary also. Almost all questions I have taken, similar types. A few questions I have left. This is exercise 1.1 NCERT. First one, determine whether R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. First question has several parts. This is the first part. So the first one is this. A equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 14, and R is a relation defined like this. Set of all ordered pairs xy connecting this. 3x minus y must be equal to 0, but condition is both x and y must be in A. So these are the conditions. Now first what you have to do is given A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a set given, and R equal to the relation is xy such that 3x minus y equal to 0. First we have to write them in the roster form. So we can write like this. See, R equal to, substitute the value and find. This you have done last year also. So these are the four values. For example, put x equal to 1. So 3 minus y equal to 0. So y is 3. Put x equal to 2. So it is 6 minus y equal to 0. So y will be equal to 6. Like that you have to find the values. And you have to stop at 4 only, because if you take 5, then 5 into 3 will be 15. So y will be equal to 15. 15 is not there in A. So only 4 elements you have to write. Now you have to decide, is it reflexive? So it is very simple now. R is not reflexive because the definition says 1 1 should be there, 2 2 should be there, etc. So it is not there, therefore definitely is not reflexive. And for example, you can just justify 1 1 do not belong to R, that is sufficient. Similarly, R is not symmetric, very clear. For example, 1 3 is there, but 3 1 is not there, therefore definitely it is not reflexive also, symmetric also. Next one, R is not transitive. You can see here. See, first one is 1 3 belongs to R, and there is one more, 3 9 belongs to R. But if it is transitive, what should happen? 1 9 should be in R, but 1 9 is not in R, therefore it is not transitive also. So this is a very good example which shows a relation can be without all these three, that is not being reflexive, not being symmetric and not being transitive. even then it can be a relation. So this is the first question, that is first part. Second one, determine whether R is reflexive symmetric transitive. Second question is this. So R is given by a set of all x, y such that y equal to x plus y, this first condition. Second condition is x should be less than 4 and it is a relation in n, that is set of naturals. Therefore, first what you have to do is R equal to 1 6, then 2 7 and 3 8, because we have to take only values less than 4. So less than 4 natural numbers are 1 2 3. Therefore 1 when you substitute it is 6, 2 when you substitute is 7 and 3 when you substitute is 8. Therefore now you have to decide. So R is not reflexive, it is very clear. 1 1 is not there, 2 2 is not there, etc. So you can write one reason, that is sufficient. Not symmetric, very clear. So for example 1 6 is there but 6 1 is not there. Then the third one, R is transitive. Now here it is very important. See, whenever you say not transitive, you must be able to take two pairs, for example x y and y z, but x z should not be there. Here such pairs are not there. See, 1 6 if you take, starting from 6 there is no other element. 2 7 if you take, starting from 7 there is no other element. 3 8 if you take as first element, starting from 8 there is no element. Therefore we have to say it is as it does not violate the rule, so we have to accept that it is transitive. So this is the reason. Let us proceed. The third question, determine whether R is same thing, R is reflexive symmetric transitive. A equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 and R equal to x y, y is divisible by x. So here also what we have to do is, first you have to write it in the roster form. Whenever this rule method is given for deciding reflexive symmetric transitive etc., if the set is finite, it is always better to write the element, say 1 1 2 2 1 3 1 4 1 5. So using the definition, so this is the set, because see, condition is y is divisible by x, that means 1 is divisible by 2, 2 is divisible by 1, like that. Now you yourself can check. So clearly R is reflexive, 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 all are there, so reflexive. R is not symmetric, very clear. For example, you can give one example, 1 3 belongs to R but 3 1 does not belong to R. Therefore definitely it is not symmetric, but it is transitive. You can check. R is transitive, you can check yourself. So it is not necessary to explain once again. So you take any two elements, so it is always following the satisfying the condition for transitive relation. So it is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Next one, determine whether R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Fourth question, if R is a relation in Z defined by x y such that x minus y is an integer. So this is a very important example. R is reflexive. See, let x belongs to Z anywhere, because it's infinite, therefore we need not write it in roster form. It is not possible also, because it contains infinite number of elements. So we have to prove like this. Let x belongs to Z, then what about x minus x? It is 0, but 0 is an integer. So this implies, and 0 belongs to Z, this implies xx belongs to R for every x belongs to Z. By definition, therefore R is reflexive. This is the way we have to argue. Now the second one, you have to check whether it is symmetric. It is symmetric. See how to prove. Let us take, for example, xy belongs to R. This implies x minus y is an integer. Whenever x minus y is an integer, y minus x is also an integer. Therefore by definition, therefore what happens? Yx also belongs to R. This implies R is symmetric. So the first one, R is reflexive. Second one is R is symmetric. Then the next, R is transitive also you can check. Let us take, for example, xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. These are the two pairs belonging to the relation. By definition, you see, whenever xy belongs to R, x minus y is an integer. Similarly, yz belongs to R, therefore y minus z is also an integer. Now what you have to do is add them. What happens? See, x minus y plus y minus z, when you add, you get x minus z, and integer plus integer is integer. Therefore what happens is, this is integer, that is x minus z is also an integer. Now whenever x minus z is an integer, what should happen therefore? So xz should be in R by definition. So this implies R is transitive, because xy is in R, yz is in R implies xz is in R. Therefore the given relation is a very good example for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So definitely actually you can also add one more thing. It is a say equivalence relation, because it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Next question. See, a relation R in the set of human beings in a town at a particular time is given by, see, first one is this one, R, xy such that x and y work at the same place. This question itself has once again separate parts. B, that is R xy such that x and y live in the same locality. Third one is C, xy such that x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. Then D, R such that x is wife of y, and E, R xy such that x is father of y. So these are the questions. This is the first question, fifth part. Under that there are 5 subsections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let us try to work out. First question. A part is, R is xy such that x and y work at the same place. Is it reflexive? Is it symmetric? Is it transitive? Let us work out. Obviously xx belongs to R, because x and x work at the same place. So definitely it is reflexive. So this implies R is reflexive. Now is it symmetric? Suppose xy belongs to R. This implies what? X and y work at the same place. This also implies yx work at the same place. So this implies yx belongs to R. So definitely it is symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. Now it is very clear. Is it transitive? Let us check. Suppose xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. Then this implies xy work at the same place and yz work at the same place. So this implies x and z also work at the same place. So definitely it is transitive. So this implies xz belongs to R. Therefore it is transitive. Therefore this is a very good example once again. It is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So it is actually equivalence relation. Of course in the question it is not asked. Second one, B part. Are x and y live in the same locality? Exactly same actually. So obviously it is reflexive. Xx belongs to R, as x and x work in the same locality. Then reflexive. Similarly, if you take xy belongs to R, this implies x and y work in the same locality. Therefore this implies y and x also work in the same locality. Obvious. Therefore yx belongs to R. So this implies it is symmetric. Same thing you can also prove. Suppose xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. Then this implies x and y work in the same locality and y and z work in the same locality. Therefore this implies x and z work in the same locality. So by definition xz belongs to R. So it is transitive. So this is the second part. Actually first part and second part almost same. Next, show that, I have left the remaining, you can try. Show that the relation R in the set of real numbers defined as R equal to AB such that A less than or equal to B square is neither reflexive nor symmetric and nor transitive. That means this is a relation which is violating all the three conditions, that is reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Let us check. Let us prove it, because here it is not finding, we have to prove it. First one, we have, let us write the relation R equal to set of ordered pairs AB such that A is less than or equal to B square. Now first we have to show that it is not reflexive. See, students, please note here, whenever you want to show that it is not reflexive, it is just sufficient you give one example, that is called counter example method. Actually have seen this one in mathematical reasoning last year, that is different types of proofs and disproofs are there. For disproving method is producing a counter example, so that is a method. So now for example, let us take 1 by 3 belongs to R. Okay, now but 1 by 3 less than or equal to 1 by 9 is wrong, because in this implies clearly 1 by 3 1 by 3 does not belong to R, because the condition is AB belongs to R only if A is less than or equal to B square. So this clearly shows it is not reflexive. Next, let us take R is not symmetric. Here also the thing is you have to produce an example. You take 1 by 2 and 2, definitely it belongs, because 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 less than 2 square. 4 definitely, as 1 by 2 is less than 2 square, that is 4. Next, you take one more example, say 2 and 1 by 2 does not belong to R. It is very clear. So R is not symmetric. So it is not reflexive, not symmetric. Next, how to show that it is not transitive? So here also, of course, you have to think. For example, you can take 2 and minus 3, you can check. 2 minus 3 square is 9. Therefore, definitely it is belonging to R. Minus 3, 1 also you can check. For example, minus 3 is less than 1 square. But now, 2, 1 does not belong to R. You can check it. 2 less than B square, 1 square. 2 less than or equal to 1 square is wrong. Therefore does not belong to R. Therefore definitely it shows R is not transitive. So not reflexive, not symmetric, and not transitive. So this is the second main example. Let us proceed. Third one, check whether the relation R defined in the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as R AB such that B equal to A plus 1 is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So let us write first R equal to AB, B equal to A plus 1, and what is the set given? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now write the R in roster form. See, whenever the set given is finite, it is always better to write the given relation in roster form. Then it is very easy to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric, or transitive. So when you write, see, you get this one. Say 1 it is 2, because B will be equal to A plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 it is 3. Then 3 it is 4. 4 it is 5. And 5 it is 6. So this is the relation. And it should be in the set only. Therefore we cannot take 6, because check whether R defined in the set only. So you have to write only this much. Now it is very clear. You yourself can decide whether it is reflexive. No, it is not reflexive. For example, 1, 1 does not belong to R. Is it symmetric? For example, you can check 1, 2 belongs to R, but 2, 1 does not belong to R. What about transitivity? R is not transitive, because you can check like this. For example, 1, 2 is there and 2, 3 is there. 1, 2 and 2, 3, but 1, 3 is not there. Therefore, but 1, 3 is not there. Therefore, definitely it is not transitive. So it's a very good example once again where a relation is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Next, show that the relation R in R means set of reals defined by AB such that A less than or equal to B is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. So here, since it is infinite set, we cannot write it in the roster form. You have to remember this. R is reflexive because this is the method. X belongs to R. Let us take. Then you know that for any real number X, X is always less than or equal to X, because equality is there. Therefore, this implies XX belongs to R. So R is reflexive. This is the argument. Second one, R is transitive because, say for example, you take XY belongs to R and YZ belongs to R. This implies X is less than or equal to Y and Y is less than or equal to Z, and X, Y, Z are real numbers. Definitely this implies X is less than or equal to Z. So now this should be in R. Therefore it is transitive. But why it is not symmetric? So we have to produce one counter example. Let us say, for example, 2 3 belongs to R because 2 is less than 3, but 3 2 does not belong to R. That is sufficient. So produce one counter example in such cases whenever you want to disprove. So this is fourth question. Let us proceed. Sixth question, I have left some questions which are identical. Show that the relation R in the set 1 2 3 given by A R equal to 1 2 to 1 is symmetric, neither reflexive nor transitive. Very simple case. R is symmetric because 1 2 is there, 2 1 is there. So only two elements. So definitely it is symmetric. It is not reflexive because 1 1 is not there. That is sufficient. 2 2 is not there and 3 3 is not there. Even if you write 1, it is sufficient. Then is it transitive? No, because you see here 1 2 is there, 2 1 is there, but 1 1 is not there. That is sufficient actually. So it is not. Next, show that the relation R in the set A 1 2 3 4 5 given by R equal to AB such that A minus B is even is an equivalence relation. Show that all the elements of 1 3 5 are related to each other and all the elements of 2 4 are related to each other, but no element of 1 3 5 is related to any element of 2 4. This is a comparatively a lengthy question. You have to understand the question, then you have to do. So let us prove like this. See here, R is reflexive because, see here we can prove in general also. See, this general method is always applicable to any question, though the set A is finite. Say let us take for example any element A belonging to A. Now if you take A minus A, it is 0, and you know that 0 is even. Therefore by definition AA belongs to R. Even mod 0 is also even, therefore AA belongs to R. Definitely it is reflexive. So this implies R is reflexive because we have to prove equivalence relation. Second one, R is symmetric because, you see, we can prove like this. Let AB belongs to R. This implies mod of A minus B must be even. This implies mod of B minus A also even. So this implies BA belongs to R. So definitely it is symmetric. R is symmetric. Next one, R is transitive. We should be very careful in proving this one. See, let AB belong to R and BC belong to R. This implies A minus B is 1 with mod, because definition of R says mod only, and mod B minus C is even. Now what I do is, whenever mod A minus B is even, A minus B is also even only. So even if you remove the mod sign, so then B minus C is also even. Now when these two numbers are even, sum of two even number is even. Therefore A minus B plus B minus C is even. Then when you add them, what happens? A minus C is even. Whenever A minus C is even, definitely mod of that is also even. So A minus C mod is also even. So by definition, therefore AC belongs to R. So now check here. AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, implies AC belongs to R. Therefore it is transitive relation, no doubt. So the first part we have actually proved, that is, it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Therefore R is symmetric, reflexive and transitive. So it is equivalence relation. So this is the first part. But the question is not complete. We have to prove next. The elements belonging to 1 3 5, each one is related to the remaining, and similarly 2 4, but no element of the first set related to no element of the second set. This we have to prove. Let me go. Next, let us take P equal to 2 3 5 and Q equal to 2 4. For example, 1 3, if you take, say, one element you take from P, another element also from P only, 1 3. 1 minus 3 is even. So in general, for example, there are only 3 elements are there. Difference between any two odd integer is always even. So every odd integer is related to every other odd integer, even if it contains more elements. So definitely Hence, every element of P is related to every other element of P. This is the reason. Next, same thing you can say for the second also. Similarly, every element of Q is related to every other element, because 2 is related to 2. 2 minus 2 is 0, even. 2 and 4, if you take 2 minus 4 is 2, even. 4 and 4, you take 4 minus 4, 0, even. So they are related. So that is the reason. So because the difference of two even integer is even. So this is the reason. Let us proceed. 10th one, give an example of relation which is, see, there are different possibilities in the question. Totally 5 sections are given. You have to produce one example which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive, etc. That means one condition should satisfy, other two not, like that. So different possibilities. So let us work out one by one. First one, symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. See, you can write like this. First one, relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. So let see, very important thing here is, first you must write the set. Whatever set you take, say for example, let us take very small 1 2. Now relation must be symmetric. So therefore what I have to do is, suppose you take 1 2, immediately I have to write 2 1, because it should be symmetric. Now close. Now it is not reflexive, very clear, because 1 is there, 1 1 is not there. So 2 is there, 2 2 is not there. Therefore it is not reflexive. It is not transitive also, because 1 2 2 1 is there, 1 1 is not there. So this is the example. So then definitely R is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. So just giving an example. This is the first one. Second, transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. So it should be transitive. So let us take, for example, A equal to 1 2 3 here. See, you can construct your own example. 1 2 2 3 we will take, then we will take 1 3, then we will close. Say we will take only 3 elements. Now you can check, 1 2 is there, 2 3 is there, 1 3 is there. Definitely it is transitive. Now it is not reflexive, it is not symmetric also, you can see. Therefore now you can just write R is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. So it is just giving an example, so of your own. Let us proceed. Next one is, give an example of a relation which is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. That means it should be reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. So what you have to do is, take for example reflexive. Therefore there is no choice, I have to write 1 1 2 2 and 3 3, because it should be reflexive. But I have to take symmetric also. Therefore let me take 1 2, then I have to take 2 1 also, because it's symmetric. Now I will take 2 3, and I have to take 3 2 also, because it is symmetric. Now I will close the bracket. Check here, it is not transitive. For example, 1 2 1 2 is there, 2 3 is there, 1 3 is not there. So now we can write like this: R is reflexive and definitely symmetric, but R is not transitive. You can check here, reason is not asked, but this is the reason. I am just repeating again. 1 2 is there, 2 3 is there, but 1 3 is not there. Therefore it is not transitive. Next, fourth part, reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. It should be transitive. So we can take like this: A equal to 1 2 3, R equal to reflexive. Therefore there is no choice, you have to mechanically write the first 3, 1 1 2 2 3 3, then you have to think. It should be transitive. Therefore 1 3 is there. Now this is transitive because actually this type of transitivity are called trivial transitivity. See, it is not violating the rule of transitive definition of transitive relation. See, 1 3 is there, that's all. No other element starting from 3. Even if you take 1 3 3 3, then it is satisfying transitive condition. So definitely it is transitive. So this is the example. R is reflexive, no doubt, and transitive, but it is not very clear. It is not symmetric, because 1 3 is there, 3 1 is not there. So this is the fourth part. And let me take the last one: symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. So here also let us take, for example, A equal to 1 2 3, R equal to, let us take 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 1. Now you can check it is symmetric. 1 2 is there, 2 1 is there. And it is transitive, you can check 1 2 2 1 is there, 1 1 is there, 2 1 1 2 is there, 2 2 is there. So it is both symmetric and transitive, but it is not reflexive because of one element. 3 3 is not there. Therefore definitely R is symmetric and R is transitive, but R is not reflexive. Of course reason is not necessary, but you should understand when you are producing the example. Let us proceed. 11th question. Show that the relation R is the set in set A of all points in a plane is given by R equal to PQ, distance of the point P from the origin, same as the distance of the point Q from the origin is an equivalence relation. Further show that the set of all points related to a point P not equal to 0 0 is the circle passing through P with origin as center. So here you see, first what you do is you write it in this form. Say set of all elements PQ, distance of P from origin is same as distance of Q from origin. This you can write like this, PQ such that OP equal to OQ, so that it is easy to where PQ and R 2 points on a plane other than origin, of course. Now you see P be any point, then you see OP is always equal to OP. Therefore, this implies definitely PP belongs to R. So, reflexive. Next, let us take PQ belongs to R. What is the definition now? OP must be equal to OQ. But OP equal to OQ also implies OQ equal to OP. This implies QP belongs to R. See, it is just playing with the definition. So, R is symmetric. Now, let us take the next one. Equivalence relation we have to prove. Therefore, we have to prove the third one also. Now, let us take. This is reflexive and symmetric we have completed. Now let us proceed. R is also transitive because let us take this way, PQ belongs to R and QR belongs to R. This implies what? OP must be equal to OQ and OQ must be equal to OR. This implies OP must be equal to OR. So the moment you say OP equal to OR, PR must be in R. So this shows it is transitive. Thus, the relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Therefore, definitely it is equivalence relation. So this is the first part. Next, we have to prove something else. So second one is let P and Q be any 2 points related, then OP equal to OQ and that is equal to R. Now, let us take P equal to AB and Q equal to CD, for example, any 2 variable points. What is OP square? It is A minus 0 square plus B minus 0 square, that is A square plus B square, but that is equal to R square because it is R is the radius. Same way, OQ square if you take, what happens? Once again, distance formula will give you C minus 0 whole square plus D minus 0, C square plus D square, and that is also equal to R square. Now what we have done is P and Q be any 2 points. Therefore, we can say replacing A, B, C, D by X, Y. What do we get? You get X square plus Y square equal to R square, where X, Y is any variable point on the plane satisfying the condition. So this we have studied last year, which is a circle with center, origin and radius R. So this is the proof. Let us proceed. I think we can complete this exercise because questions are very simple. Let us proceed. 12th question. Show that the relation R in the set A of triangle as R equal to T1, T2 triangles. T1 is similar to T2. That is the condition of relation. Is an equivalence relation. Consider 3 triangles T1 with sides 3, 4, 5. T2 with sides 5, 12, 13. T3 with side 6, 8, 10. Which triangle among T1, T2 and T3 are related? So this is the question. Now we have A R equal to T1, T2 and T1 is similar to T2. T1, T2 belonging to the set of triangles A. Now let us take for example T1 belonging to A. Definitely every triangle is similar to itself. So this implies T1 belongs to R. By definition, it is reflexive. It's a very simple case. Second, suppose T1, T2 belongs to R. This implies T1 is similar to T2. But you know from geometry, whenever T1 is similar to T2, T2 is also similar to T1. So this implies T2, T1 belongs to R. So definitely by definition of symmetric relation, it is symmetric. Next one, what you have to prove? T1, T2 belongs to R. Take one more. T2, T3 belongs to R. Now, according to the definition of the relation, it is T1 is similar to T2, triangle. Triangle T2 is similar to T3. By property of say geometry, the triangle T1 should be similar to T3 also. So by definition of the relation, therefore T1, T3 belongs to R. Therefore it is transitive. Thus it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Therefore definitely R is an equivalence relation. So this is the first part. But we have to prove something else. Consider three triangles T1 with 3, 4, 5 with sides 5, 12, 13 and T3 6, 8, 10. Which triangle among T1, T3 are related? This is the question. It is a question of similarity. So now the triangle T1 is with 3, 4, 5 and T3 is with 8, 6, 8, 10. It is from geometry because the two triangles are similar as the sides are proportional. So definitely T2 with sides 5, 12 is not similar to T1, T3 because they are not proportional. So this is the reason. This is purely based on the knowledge of geometry. So you can say that the triangle whose sides are proportional, they are similar. Whose sides are not proportional, definitely they cannot be similar. So this is the reason. Next, let R be the relation in set given by 1, 2, 3, 4. Say R equal to 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. Question is choose the correct answer. So it's a very simple multiple choice question. You yourself can check now. R is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. R is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. R is symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. And R is an equivalence relation. Definitely R is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. You can see here 1, 3 is there, 3, 1 is there, not there, etc. So it's a multiple choice question. So B is the correct option. Next one. Last question actually. Choose the correct answer. See, condition here is A equal to B minus 2, but B must be more than 6. So which one is correct? B must be more than 6. That definitely you cannot take the first option. You can see C is the correct option because see the condition A should be equal to B minus 2. So 8 minus 2 is 6. So C is the correct option. So this is the last question in the exercise. Thank you for watching this lesson. Of course, I have taken considerably a longer time. It is a bit lengthy lesson. Purpose is I wanted to complete this exercise for two reasons. One is if I leave, I will be leaving only a few questions. Second one is it is very simple, though it is lengthy. Hope definitely it will help you to prepare for your this chapter, that is relations and functions. This is the last lesson on relations actually. In the next lesson, I will be taking functions. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed and share with your friends so that you are encouraging me to do it in a better way. Let us meet in the next lesson with functions. Till then, bye. Take care.